Hello everybody and welcome back to Sagevivor Season 2 Gladiators. It is finally time for the most exciting time for most players in any game, and especially in a cast as large as 24 people. Making merge is huge. And that's what everybody has done. Today we are officially merged. There are no more tribes, no more swaps, no more dueling towers. All of that is out the window, and now we are going to pretty much a base survivor game. So all of the rules are the same, all the advantages are out there, and quite a lot of things are coming for you this episode. It was very exciting to kind of see everybody interact with each other. Full merge game is on. A lot of people believe that this is the time where the game actually starts for the first time, and everything up until this point is just prerequisites to get there. This episode, fair warning, is going to have a lot of emotion to it. This is a part of this season, unfortunately, where personal life issues that are very serious kind of got mixed into the game, and unfortunately that makes the game a little bit unfun. But our castaways handle it with strife, but you are going to see some sensitive semi-real life subjects in here. I made it so that you're only going to brush on those topics. It's not that we are shying away from those topics or anything like that. It's just all officially in the Discord. If you want to see those, we've hashed those out. Everything's been resolved. But you will see a little bit of it in this episode, so fair warning to everybody. But for the most part, it's all strategy and seeing everybody kind of celebrate and be excited about the merge with our first ever unanimous, literally 10-0 unanimous vote. Let's get into it right now and let's just see what everybody has to say about it.
We've merged. We merge. Everybody to the left, ha, ha. Everybody to the right, yeah, yeah. What we do, we merge, baby, merge, baby, merge. Hey, 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 hey. Break it down low, break it down low, break it up top, break it down low. Hey, hey, what we do, we merge, baby. Too easy. All right. So, what's up, gang? As you guys cannot tell, we have merged. We have made it to the point of no turning back. No more tribe swaps. No more fucking duels. We are simply merged and voting people out, which I can like and appreciate. Everyone now has one life, one fucking life. You don't get any bonus lives. So, that's straight chilling. Before I talk about the merge stuff, I'll backtrack and I'll talk about last episode stuff, or before the merge. Last tribal was pretty easy, so we lost the challenge. I got the best time of the team. I mean, what can I say? I'm basically goated. But yeah, I got the best time of my team, but we still ended up losing, which, happens. It's all right. Shit happens. I love this team still, I guess, to an extent, quote unquote love, but it seems like the vote is pretty obvious right now. It seems like everyone's just kind of eyeing up Koopa and kind of just like, yeah, you're going to die tonight and it's going to happen. So sorry about that. But, shit happens. You align yourself with DJ, you voted me out, and I have no reason to keep you. And yeah, I have no reason to keep Koopa, so I'm kind of fine with it being Koopa. Fast forward a little bit in the day, and I find out that these motherfuckers use me as a decoy name without my permission. They don't even fucking tell me or anything. Koopa comes up to me like, yeah, I heard you're the decoy name, and I'm like, or you're the name they're pitching to me, and I'm like, what the fuck? Did no one tell me this? And apparently it came from Taylor, which came from Sebastian, but it all could be he said, she said at the end of the day, because Koopa was just trying to stay in the game, but I don't really care too much about that. I wanted to keep Koopa because I don't trust Sebastian's bitch ass, and I need numbers. I need people that are going to be willing to be on my team, my side, and not pick anyone else's, and I don't think Sebastian's one of those people. But, I didn't want to rock the boat too much. Caleb didn't want to do it. So I was like, all right, I'll listen to Caleb and I'll actually just vote Koopa here. Because that would have pissed off Taylor too if I voted out, if I successfully got Sebastian out of the game. And Taylor probably would have been pissed. But I made my concerns expressed to Caleb and Taylor. So hopefully they still have trust in me moving forward. And yeah, that trial is pretty easy. Heading into the merge, baby. The merge, baby. I already did the merge bit, so I'm not going to do that again. But it's Final 13. I feel good about most people in the merge. Like I've talked to a lot of people besides Elk, and I'm talking to Elk right now, and they were voted out, and I have a really good vibe with them already, and I can see myself working with them. And I'm taking all the refugees, the wild cards, the outcasts that aren't in any good major alliances, because I'm an outcast. I'm a wild card. I don't have anything solid going for me right now that I can look back and be like, oh, this alliance I know has my back. I more so just have bonds with people and allies that I think would want other people going instead of me, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I don't have a set alliance. I have a great relationship with Cam, a great relationship with Snowy, a great relationship with Taylor. Me and Ad are getting better. Me and Caleb are starting to have a really good relationship. I just have a really big relationship with a lot of people. I don't have set in stone alliances that I can, fall back to, I guess, which is fine by me right now. I don't need a group to move forward in this game. I can rely on my social game and my ability to connect with others. That way, whatever side starts, gaining people and gaining momentum, I can just follow suit and, ride the wave for a little bit until it's time for me to peak, baby. Because I know that my game isn't the most respected right now. I don't think so. I think people view me as a likable guy. I was an underdog most of the pre-merge. I didn't really have too much equity or say in the votes. I've been voted out already, and I kind of got the inactive bug a little bit in the pre-merge. So I don't think people really view me too much of a threat right now, which is a good thing, because you don't want to be viewed as a threat coming into merge. You want to be somewhere in the middle of the pack, somewhere in the bottom, because then you can work your way up. And when people start taking shots at those big players, it's not going to be you. And if I am the biggest player, then people have to take shots on me, and I just have to find a way to get to the end. So for me, I'm fine with not being a big power player right now. I'm fine with being in the background and letting these people, fight it out and, prove how scummy and ratty they are. Because I feel like there's rats in this cast that have been dying to, make these moves and make power decisions, but they haven't been given the opportunity based on the duels and shit like that, based on, tribe swapping and, just the situations they've been in. I don't think there's been a lot of power moves in this game. So I think people are going to get power hungry soon. And it's my job just to chill out, lay back, watch the fireworks happen. And then when it's my turn, I'm going to bring my fireworks up, light them bitches, and we're going to have a 4th of July party. What can I say? It's going to be a show. It's going to be a show. And did I not mention that I still have an idol? I still have that little puppy. Snowy knows about it. And I'm fine with Snowy knowing about it as long as he doesn't tell other people. I have no intention of ever playing this on Snowy unless it's a move that also benefits my game. Like if Snowy came up to me and was like, yo, I might be going home. Can you play that on me? Snowy. When I said this was for both of us, you didn't actually believe that now, did you? I mean, come on. It's a game. It's all a game, dude. This isn't an idol for me. If it benefits me, I'll use it on YouTube, but this is my lifeline in the game. I've already been voted out once. I know what it's like being lied to and backstabbed. So I'm not going to lie and backstab to you with it, but I am going to lie about the terms for how much it is our idol, because it's not our idol. It's my idol. There's no OUR in idol, but there is an I in idol. And that idol is mine.
Hello. I'm back. I'm back from Spain. You just don't know. I haven't kept stuff updated because I've been out. But I'm glad, right? So going off of the last swap, for lack of better terms, the tribe was inactive, and it was so dry. Elk and DJ didn't show up on the first day, but I got a good first impression. I reunited with Arpin. Host, you have a problem with that, go do that, but she was my closest ally. And then I lost her. I was stuck with Matt. Kill yourself? No, but maybe. I just, out of everyone, and it had to be Matt. But then he made this truce and basically tried telling me all this information that Taylor and Cam had already leaked to me, so I was like, oh my god, no way. It's almost like I knew you were targeting me the whole time and just pretended not to know. That is so amazing. But Matt's made a deal that he won't target you until merge. And then that tribe had a little moment. Brandon idled. Don't really care, that's one idle less. and it was more believable to DJ and Elk about us flipping on Elk because of the idol agreement. So idol flushed, Rylo's out, Brandon trusted me because I was the only person to talk to him. And then the next swap happened. And this swap, honestly, this swap looks rigged about how good my position is. It is disgusting. These people are gullible. You know what? Not even gullible in the sense that they're stupid. Like, Cam is a very smart player, Echo's pretty smart, and Adelaide's very socially relevant anyway. So it's not that they're stupid gullible, but like they just listen to everything I say and don't question anything, which is exactly what I needed. Because Echo's just been voted out, so he's completely on the bottom with Adelaide and Cam, who were with me and have just voted him out. So those two are already having sides. Brandon's being like the only person he trusts on that thing was me, from what I know. So that's a good swap. Infinity was close to Arpen, and Arpen told me that she was a trio with Infinity and Andrew, so I've got a link there. And no, you'll never get over it though. I managed to steal the hidden dagger idol by figuring out that Echo has a dagger and I had two, and I missed out the third one, and I thought like, you know, this dagger is going to be gone, and it wasn't, because Echo's got it now, so he can hold on to it. I don't really care because I've got my own idol, but that it shows that he's willing to trust me, and now I'm apparently his ride or die, which is, love that for me, because as if I needed more connections. So now everyone on this tribe is connected to me in some way and has a reason to trust me, which, if we can win every challenge as well, like I'll be going into the next swap with no matter who I'm swapped with, someone is going to like me there. Like even Matt would like me there because of his deal. Yeah. Oh god, my plan. I have big plans for this tribe. Big plans. Because, right, the call last night, me, Brandon, Adelaide, Cam. So Brandon suggested that us four work together, just because of a general call thing. I think Brandon thinks we're a duo, so if we have two duos, then we can take out the two that are a duo, that kind of thing. Echo's now close to me, and he wants just general protection against Adelaide and Cam, and does not trust Adelaide at all, which is great for me because Adelaide trusts me quite a lot. Infinity, I've just been sharing a lot of information, so he doesn't really have a reason to go against me. So if we do lose a challenge, like, I can always side with Cam and Adelaide and Brandon to take out Echo, and then Echo use the hidden dagger idol that I've just helped him get to take out Cam and Adelaide, and like, worst case they come back, but I voted with them anyway, so they wouldn't know that was my fault, kind of thing. And if they do go, like, that's a huge target that's not going to be on me later on, because I know people think that me, Cam and Taylor are close already, and especially with Adelaide and Cam in the last, like, people are going to put together that us four are together. So if I can take out Cam for being social, then that, it just puts me in a better position generally. Like, Idol gets flushed, Echo's a threat, I sat there and was loyal, and I was also loyal to Echo for telling him that he was going. So the only way is if Echo and Cam put it together, but they won't put it together because I've been on both sides, making them more paranoid of each other. Oh no, I've literally been setting everyone up to fail. I've been setting Cam up as a threat, setting Taylor up as a threat. Adelaide, I don't need to do anything. Matt is just unlikable anyway. DJ and Elk, those two are easy to set up, especially Elk, because Elks got close to Cooper, and Cooper's already socially good from the hotel, so people are already worried about her. Cooper, DJ, Elk, those three are going to be huge targets, especially if Cooper is with Taylor, which I think she is, because those two just seem generally social anyway, so they would stick together. I'm just gonna fly under the radar and play as many people as possible. And stop Hard My Idol, turn everyone against each other, and hopefully win.
Hey y'all, sorry I'm late. It's confessional number 11 now. And we finally merged, which I'm really excited about. I'm excited to be merged. Merge is my favorite part of these games. It's by far the most fun piece, at least in my opinion. So I'm hyped to be here, and I'm hyped that I made it and that I didn't die. So that's great. A lot has happened. Like, a lot has happened this round, guys. Like, I'm late. I'm sorry. Like, but so much has gone down, so let me get right into it. Okay, so we merged, and then Andrew, like the little rat he is, ran away and hid in the dark, and he went to the Exile Island so he couldn't get fucked, which I thought was funny, honestly, just because like people already didn't like him, and then he just kind of disappeared right at merge, so like everyone else has a chance to like talk to each other, and he's just gone, can't talk to anyone. So like, I mean, I don't think that was the best thing for his game, but I also think it's possible he would have been murked either way, so I don't know if it really mattered too much. So anyways, so yes, Andrew's been gone for this cycle that I'm discussing, which I was okay with. I mean, he sent me like a really long-winded apology before he left, and like, I don't know if it's genuine or not. He might mean it on a person level, like, he might, but like, game-wise, he literally said like, game-wise, we don't have to work together and stuff like that. So at least in a game sense, like, he's still my enemy, you know? He's still gotta die. Personal wise, yeah, maybe he just took shit too far and made it creepy and didn't mean to, but like, I hope he doesn't do it again, and then like, you know, kudos for him, just don't do it again, don't be weird. I don't care, to be honest, it's all good. I don't have that much bad blood, but game-wise, he's my enemy, and he's a villainous bitch. Game-wise. But personal-wise, he apologized, so like, whatever. Anywho, so he's gone. First thing that happens that was of note of like importance to me anyways, is that fucking Snowy randomly messages me, and he's like, oh, I invited you to a duel. And let me tell you, I'm about to leave my house and like, you know, go out with family and stuff too. So I'm like, wait, what is going on? Like, a duel? What's happening? So it turns out he pulled myself and Adelaide into a duel where the two losers lose their vote and the winner gets to choose an urn. I don't know, the competition though, like, was something that was more up my alley than some of the other comps, so I was kind of like, I can do this one. I'm a fucking school nerd, like, wiki links, like, I can figure this out, right? So I ended up beating Snowy by 1 point, which I don't think he like expected, to be honest, because like, I mean, I think he picked me because he trusts me in Ad, like, I think that's why he picked us. But I also think he probably thought he could like beat us, you know, like we were easy comp, which is fine. But then I won, so I was really excited about that. I really didn't want to lose my vote, even though if I did, I'm sure I would have been okay. But I was hyped, I was excited. And then I picked an urn, and so at this point, when I was looking at the urn thing, it looked like there were like 25 maybe, and I think like out of those 25, like 10 were gone or something like that. And I picked randomly, and I just happened to pick the idol, which I assume there's only one in there. I could be wrong, but if there's only one in there, then like that was some lucky girl shit. So like, I'm so happy. So yeah, now I have an idol, but like the hard part is like, obviously 2 people are losing their votes. It's gonna be obvious that something went down. I told like Cam right away that like the duel had happened, but I decided that it's probably smart for no one to know that I have a full-on idol. For 2 reasons. One reason, obviously that can put a target on my back, even with my closest friend, maybe, potentially. Second reason, I guess there's maybe 3 reasons. Second reason, whoever you tell, if they're in danger, they probably expect you to help them. Which, if it's not good for my game, I don't know if I will. So there's that. And the third reason is because, what if I just want to use it in a way that the people I'm aligned with wouldn't agree with? Like, what if, you know, I have an alliance like Needy Bitches. You know, I have the Needy Bitches alliance that expect my entire loyalty, like the Dirt, Caleb, and Cam alliance. But what if I wanted to give Snowy my idol secretly because I didn't want him to go yet, and I knew he would take someone out that is a threat to beat me, but is someone who I don't want to take out myself because it'll ruin my position. You know, it's always an idea. So basically, yeah, I lied. Oh well, I fucking lied. Everyone lies in this fucking game, and I think it was best for my game to lie in this situation. But I only told Cam about it, like, before the vote happened. Like, that's the only person who's in the know for this whole cycle. And, like, Adelaide had trusted to, like, bring that to, like, Gay Rice as well, which is, like, me, Snowy, Cam. Yeah. So, basically, like, that group was the only group that was aware that people had lost their votes and whatnot, and no one else in the entire game knew until the votes were read. So that was interesting that we kept it on lock, I think. Unless, actually, no, sorry. I do think that Adelaide slipped it to Dirk right before the vote, I'm pretty sure. But I'll get back to that. Anywho, so yeah, so that was interesting. That was fun. Got an idol, so we loved that. And then the challenge, I got immunity. Oh yeah, right. I forgot about that because, like, I was the first to be infected, right? So then I was, am I stupid? Was I immune? I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry, I shouldn't do these so late, but I'm pretty sure me and Caleb had immunity. Unless I'm insane. Am I crazy, guys? Okay, anyways, it doesn't matter. I can't remember if I did or if I didn't, but, like, for some reason I thought I did, but maybe I'm insane. But anyways, it doesn't really matter because I wasn't in danger anyways, and I forget, so I'm sorry for being stupid. But, yeah, so basically, like, yeah, so Caleb won, like, he was, like, the only one to not get infected. So he was immune, which, again, didn't really matter to me at all because I wouldn't have gone after Caleb regardless. For me, it was, like, an Infinity vote. That's what I wanted because I didn't want Infinity to link back up with Andrew, share some advantages, pull off some crazy shit somehow, and then, even little do I know, like, this next round, like, somehow Andrew has a fucking idol and I'm fucking dead in the water. So, like, I was like, let's murder, you know, someone who will actually do things for Andrew, because I don't like Andrew, basically. Yeah, and then I think that might have went through potentially, but then, like, Adelaide started getting a lot of heat for some shit that they said about women, which, I mean, I don't support what they said at all. Like, I don't think that you should play these games and fucking be, you know, sexist in the opposite direction and be like, you know, like, I only, like, fucks, you know, straight men and, like, all that, like, whatnot, because, like, we saw it on, like, our first tribe a little bit, too, with, like, Adelaide only including Cam in our, like, alliance when Cam turned out to be bi, but before that, I think it would have only been me, Snowy, and Ad. So, you know, it's a little tricky, right? Like, I obviously, game-wise, I was kind of like, you know, technically for my game, it is better to keep Ad than Infinity. But it became such, like, a personal, like, social justice-oriented vibe that, like, Lemmy just really wanted Adelaide gone, and she was really upset about the comments that were made, and I really like Lemmy, and so do a lot of other people in this game. So I was okay with taking out Adelaide instead. But then my issue was that I didn't want Adelaide to expose that I got an advantage, because I did tell Adelaide and Snowy also that I got an idol piece because I didn't want to say the truth. And they knew I had something, so might as well, you know? So basically with that, because I didn't want Adelaide to just be mad that I blindsided them and just like spill the fucking tea right when they walk out, because they're kind of petty and I could see them doing that. So I just like kind of played into like the I don't have power here, I have no control over this, which isn't a complete honesty, because like I did have power, but I did explicitly tell people that I, like before some of the drama happened, that I would prefer Infinity to go. So it's not like I didn't have Adelaide's back, it's just that when it got so personal like it did, then I didn't feel comfortable continuing to push like we need to keep Adelaide. So I kind of just said, yeah, like there's nothing I can do, which is true. There wasn't anything I could do. Every person on the whole game voted Adelaide except for Snowy and Adelaide themselves, because they didn't have votes. It was 10-0. So, I mean, it was pretty clear that I was being honest, but I did tip off Adelaide for the purpose of making sure that my secrets stayed secrets. That was my goal, personally. And also, I don't know, I just, like, I don't know. They did apologize to me personally, and it felt genuine for the personal piece, at least to me. Others disagreed. That's fine. Everyone's allowed to have their own opinion and whatnot. But from what I've seen, like, I do think there was some level of apology, and even though I don't agree with Adelaide's opinions, like, it does seem like Adelaide maybe wants to try to be better. So, you know, I'm a social worker, and if someone wants to try to be a better person, like, I'm here for it, you know? Like, maybe I'm too forgiving or too kind, but that's just how I am personally. So if they're willing to be educated and, you know, change those shitty opinions, not make people feel like that, then that's great. That's just how I feel personally. And I also know that Infinity was like over hyping it. Like, I don't think Adelaide ever said women are fragile. I'm pretty sure Infinity added that piece for extra pizzazz, because Infinity knew that they were in danger, and that if they couldn't find an alternative target for people to look at, that it could very, very, very highly likely be him going home. So as much as he was probably upset about what Adelaide said, I think that like he wouldn't have gone so ham and spread it to every single person if like he wasn't in danger in the game. And that's just how I feel. Even like, I know I've heard that even Lemmy like was mad that Infinity went and spread it all around, and like almost wanted to vote out Infinity until she was like, okay, no, because Adelaide's, you know, opinions are too shitty, like, gotta go kind of thing. Yeah, so that's what happened. Adelaide is gone, and then obviously there's a lot of drama after the fact. Now Lemmy's gone, and now it's final 11, and, you know, it's really sad because I really like her. She's really, really sweet girl. And yeah, so, but with her gone, I'm officially the last woman standing amongst 10 men / they, them for, the only woman that's standing, so that's pretty crazy. Wow. I've never been in an org where I'm the only woman, ever, actually, and definitely not with 10 dudes. Oh, sorry, 9 dudes plus that. Specify. But yeah, oh my god. So yeah, so like it should get crazier now, because now, you know, and coming back, and you know, I have more tea for the current cycle, but I'll keep it in, and I'll put it in my next video confessional. But yeah, there's been a lot of drama. It's been crazy, and I just see Merge getting even crazier, to be honest. Like, I just see it going down this path, and I'm here for it. I got some chaotic queen energy building up inside me, guys, and I just, like, I'm ready to, like, kind of fucking start drama and chaos, and hopefully not get caught for it, and continue to maybe get to the end. That would be cute. I mean, if I don't, honestly, I'll just be like, fair play, because I am kind of, you know, playing a lot of sides right now. Like, that's 100% factual. Like, I guess I could talk a little bit about my relationships before I go. Sorry, I didn't really do that at all. I just talked about all the drama of the thing. But, like, you know, we still got Cam at the top. We still got, like, Sebastian and Snowy up there. Like, then we got Caleb and Dirk. Like, you know, I have the alliance of 5 with Cam, Sebastian, Caleb, and Dirk. And I have the alliance of 4, the Needy Bitches, with Caleb and Dirk. Echo says he trusts me and Snowy the most. Snowy says that he trusts me the most, and I do believe that. And then like Elk, Infinity, and Jamal. Elk's a sweet person, and I do think that Elk likes me, but I don't know who Elk like favoritizes at all, so I don't really know where Elk stands. Infinity is actually interesting. I forgot to mention this, but I was really transparent with Infinity when the votes were going down. Like I said, like, yeah, it's between you and Ad, and I didn't say that I was the one who wanted Infinity out, obviously, but I did tell Infinity a lot of what was going on, and he did say that no one else was talking to him, and like we even did a countdown to Tribal together. I don't know, so it felt like there was something built there, and I don't know how I rank on his trust rankings, or if that was all entirely bullshit. I have no idea, but I just know I was being a little bit more open with him than a lot of other people when that was happening, so he might feel closer to me, at least, because I know he doesn't have a lot of friends in this game and doesn't have too many people he trusts other than Andrew. I just wish that wasn't his one person, then it would be better. But yeah, so maybe I did build something with Infinity. Like, I think I did at least move up his rankings, if anything. Maybe not the top or anything crazy, but I think at least a little bit of trust was built there. Jamal, complete wild card. I don't know where that man stands. I try to talk to him sometimes. I was gonna tell him what the vote was to build trust. He just doesn't answer me. So I don't know, he's just kind of here. Sometimes I forget he's here just because he doesn't really communicate very much. I try. It's just not great. Yeah, sorry. Okay, I ran through all my people, but we'll see how it all shakes out. But right now I got a lot going on, like socially. I think I'm in. Oh. I feel like I'm in like 4 duos right now, but I think the Dirk one is big. I don't believe Dirk. But Cam, Sebastian, Snowy, my boys, my little boys. But yeah, I love them all so much. I don't really want to hurt any of them, to be honest, but we'll see how the cookie crumbles in the future. Anyways, this has been a long one, so I'm gonna stop now. It was a crazy cycle, and I have more crazy tea to come on my next video confessional, honestly, but that's for next time, so stay tuned for number 12.
Okay, so first of all, I made the merge at 13. I thought it was going to be at 11, which or at least I suspected it was going to be at 11, because the theme is earn everything, but it was at 13, and I could have used the Exile advantage on myself to guarantee myself merge, but I wasn't to know for sure, right, because I didn't know if it was 11 at 13. So essentially what I did is I made a deal with Andrew, which, okay, let me explain. When I said last confessional or last episode, oh, you're stupid, like, what I meant it in the context of, I thought he was trying to, I maybe suspected that he could have been trying to get it off me to vote me out, and I'm sorry, Andrew, it's just I was really paranoid, and I think everyone was, because it was such a small trial, like, someone had to go, you know what I mean, so it was a 1 in 5 chance. And to everyone I've been, to everyone who I was like, oh, like, you bitches, Dirk and Alk, you bitches, I'm also sorry, because, like, I said that in the context of, being upset, but, obviously now that I have a good relationship with you, it's, I'm fine. So essentially, me and Andrew, or Andrew initiated it, but me and Andrew made a deal. I made a deal with Andrew that if I gave him my Exile advantage to use on himself, he would give me an idol piece and a dagger piece, which he did. Essentially, the logic is that he avoids the first merge vote, which is where he's more likely or most likely or likely to be a target, right? So there we go. Yeah. So anyway, I had basically what's going on here is I'm trying to make a move by getting Adelaide out. So essentially, there was some, I won't get into it because I don't know if I should say it publicly, but there were some comments he made. I think other people will probably say it, but there were some comments he made which people found pretty highly inappropriate. Also, I want to try and make a move and try and get someone out, and also I especially want to make a move because, first of all, the comments he made, and secondly, because I feel like he's not really connected with me and he's not really aligned with me, you know what I mean? So it's best to just get him out now while we still can, and show people that, he, like, you know what I mean? So I had conversations with quite a few people. So basically, it was someone leaked, and I suspect it was Snowy, but it could be Cam, but it was probably Snowy. So I suspect it was Snowy, but it could also be Cam. So Lamissa basically came to me and she said, like, I appreciate you standing up for me, but also I don't appreciate that you like leaked to everyone about this, because I did. Because basically what happened was she confided in me, like she came to me about it unprompted, and then I leaked it to literally everyone in the hopes that it would, first of all, like make people, you know, see that he made these comments, but also to try and get him out, and especially get him out because of these comments, and also because I don't think he's really aligned with me. Sorry I delayed, but I had to, you know what I mean? Well, I didn't have to, but I did. Yeah, and she basically said that she was going to people, and that the reason why it was up in the... Because people said it was up in the air, and she said to me, the reason why it's up in the air is because people are not around to hear my opinion, because I was asleep. So she went around... So from what I've heard, from what I gather, from what I've heard, she went around to people, and she essentially got people to vote Adelaide, which I'm hoping that's the truth. I'm hoping Adelaide goes. Please do not pull out an idol, Adelaide. I will soil myself if you do, okay? Yeah, that's basically it. And people came to me like Jamal, Seb, Echo, and so on. They basically said, like, it looks like it's on Adelaide, looks like you're staying. You know, just gotta hope he doesn't have an idol. And Lemmy did say to me she's 90% sure, 90% sure that he does not have an idol or anything, so that's pretty good. And if I get wind that it's a tie, I can use my idol piece, right? And I can make it 6-5 instead of 6. And literally, like, this is the thing. Either I go here or I'm the merge boot, in which case I'm on the jury. Or I make a big move, in which case I've made a big move. I've taken out someone who made those comments and who wasn't really aligned with me. I've shown people that I'm willing to be loyal. And I'm showing, like, because basically the fact that I'm standing up for Lemmy shows that I'm willing to be loyal to people, right? You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, looking through the cast list, so... people who I almost certainly have, Dirk, Caleb, Taylor, Lamissa, Echo, right? Those 6 I think I almost certainly have. People who I could have, and likely could have, Jamal, Seb, Elk, Cam, yeah. And then people who I don't have, obviously, Adelaide, obviously, and Snowy. So... it could be 6-6. I mean, I might have to play my idol piece. Like, I'm scared to play my idol. I'm not going to tell anyone about my idol piece, because it will most likely just get leaked around and people would know about it and play around it. Because they could just use an extra vote to get me, you know what I mean, to get me out if they know, because to negate my idol piece, to cancel, so basically the extra vote and the idol piece would cancel each other out. But also, if I play my idol piece, it might spook Adelaide or someone else into playing something. You see, so. I don't even know if I should play. I don't think I should even play it, but I might have to, you know, if I get the sense that it's a tie. Because if it's a tie, I might be gone anyway, you see. So, yeah, we'll see how things work out. But from what I've heard, and I hope this is the case, from what I know, from what I've heard, and I hope this is the case, Adelaide should be going, right? They don't know exactly where the votes will lie, but it should be Adelaide going. So all I can do is cross my fingers, okay? I've got my fingers crossed, I've got my toes crossed, I've got everything else crossed. Okay, I'm crossing my fingers. I'm really hoping this works out, because if this works out, this will be like the first big move I've made, I think probably ever, probably like in 20 plus orgs, if not ever. You see, because usually I just make small moves on the side and just be like a passive under the radar player. And I'm not saying I won't be, but hopefully this move works out right, because this would be fucking great if this worked out. Sorry, Adelaide, no offense.
So Taylor, even though we've only swapped on that last tribe together, and now we're on the merge tribe together, I feel very connected to Taylor. I feel like the relationship with Taylor, though, is going to need a lot of like maintaining, and I don't mean that like in a bad way. I just feel like I can, like with, for example, Lemmy, I feel like we could do most of our talking just in like the group chats, in our alliance chats, and she'll feel comfortable. And I think Taylor probably to some extent, but I think Taylor will require a little bit more. And not that Lemmy doesn't need that too. I like need to be mindful of that, but I just feel like I need to have that little bit of more of a connection with Taylor to make sure that she feels comfortable enough to stay with me and feel secure with me. Because I feel like, again, like for Lemmy or Dirk, for example, like I don't need to like maintain that because we've had so much more history together, where I don't need to check in every little bit. But Taylor, I feel that way. It's great to have the Needy Bitches Alliance with her and Cam and Dirk. I definitely think that could be a final 6, final 5, final 4, honestly, like alliance. But the thing is, I do have some reservations about Taylor and Cam, because at the end of the day, I feel like they're going to be more loyal to each other and possibly to a few others, maybe like Sebastian, and I don't know who else. I would have thought like Snowy and Adelaide, but given what's happened, maybe not. But I still don't know necessarily with Taylor. Like, she may still be closer to Snowy, and maybe even Cam too, I don't know. But I have to be mindful of that because I don't want to get caught off guard or get screwed over. So I'm actually kind of happy that this drama's happened if it's sincere and it happens, because I was thinking down the line, it's not good that there's like this big group of like Adelaide, Cam, Taylor, Sebastian, who I view as them probably having more of an alliance with each other than with Dirk and I. But now, maybe that was just enough to break them apart where I don't really have to worry about that as much. Again, I don't want to totally dismiss it. Even if it's legitimate, they can, you know, come together again. But at least I feel like it gives me a little bit more hope, and like the Needy Bitches Alliance can actually last deeper into this game. Dirk. I am so excited to be at the merge with my #1 since day one. Honestly, like, I can't believe that we've gotten here. Also with Lemmy, especially with those last couple swaps, there's a lot that could have happened, and you know, thank goodness that we all made it through. Thank goodness Dirk made it through. I feel like we have a lot of connections, Dirk and I in particular, that we can work, and that we have a lot of routes, honestly, to get to the end. I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, but I think we've made a great duo, and we've really maneuvered this game. I think like he's really good at those personal connections, and I think I'm good too. I think he's a little bit better than me, and I think that strategically we're pretty close. I might edge him out a little bit there. And also like looking for advantages and stuff like that, like I definitely edge them out there. But my point being is, at the end of the day, like I think we come together and make a really good team, and I think it's shown throughout the season. And it's been great to have that. Now, as I think down the line to the end, and again, I don't want to get overconfident, and it's not that, but I also like to be mindful of where I'm going in the game, and do I have a route to win. I think Dirk will be like pretty good competition. I mean, he has a lot of things on his resume already, a lot of moves that he can point to. And he also has a lot of connections. So I do need to make sure I just, you know, make my game distinct from his, and can show moves that I made outside of him, or helped influence at least myself, or push myself. I also need to make sure that I have those connections that maybe he doesn't have. And so stirring up some others that he's lost connections with, or just was never closest with, I think is key, because I don't want to backstab in that game. Like, that's not the game I want to play. I'd love for us to get to the end, and then for me to be able to prove why I should be able to beat him, even though he's my ally and like best friend in the game. So, and I think I can do that. I just need to make sure I am purposeful with what I'm doing, and I take those steps, so that I don't need to backstab him to win, but I'm still able to win against and go to the end with him. Again, if we're so lucky to even get there. But overall, I mean, I'm so happy to be here with Dirk, and I feel like we can do well, and we have been doing well. And so, yeah, I don't know, I'm just pumped. Cam. So I only swapped with him that one tribe where Dirk, him, and I came together, and we said we would like to get Taylor in and form an alliance, which ended up being the Needy Bitches Alliance. But Cam, again, as much as I like him, and like I would love to work deep into this game, I do have some reservations about Cam's gameplay. Like, I just feel like he's jumped on so easily with Dirk and I, which didn't really make sense, since Dirk and I have to be seen as like a pair. And also like with Lemmy, Dirk, and I just feel like he has a lot of ins in a lot of places, where it makes me kind of like, you know, at least want to be mindful of the fact that he's there, and that he could easily flip on us, especially if he has all these ins. I mean, he also has to be kind of nervous, like seeing all those connections as well. So again, I would love for it to just work out perfectly. This alliance goes deep, but Taylor and Cam, I do want to be mindful of. Personally though, yeah, Cam and I, get along well. I've enjoyed playing the game with them. It's awesome to have this alliance with them. We're definitely more connected game-wise, like as opposed to like Taylor, who is more. I think it's more personal, but game-wise too. But Cam is definitely more game-wise in my opinion. Nothing wrong with that, but again, it's just I think that like as part of the reservation, like I know like it's just respect out of the players, honestly. Like you're gonna do what's best for you, and I just need to make sure what's best for you is to stick with me. So again, a lot of monitoring and maintaining of that relationship if it's gonna go deep into this game.
The type. So voice note it is. Sorry, I know I haven't put a lot in my confessional today, or even I guess since merge, but big things I'm hearing about are how Cam and Adelaide, Snowy and Adelaide tried to flip on Cam and told Lemmy that they were voting for Cam in their last tribal, and then while Lemmy was asleep, they changed their mind and voted Brandon out, and Lemmy was like caught holding the bag basically. But then she explained to Cam what happened, and now Cam secretly is like on to Snowy and Adelaide. So yeah, there's that. And then also Infinity, I've heard, or Infinity, yeah, so can't talk, there's so much. Lemmy was told by Adelaide that Adelaide would not vote for Lemmy because she's a woman, which is sexist, and Lemmy does not enjoy that, doesn't feel good about it, feels super yucky about it, and but didn't want to like go ahead and target Adelaide, right away because of it, or even because of it. But she didn't like how it made her feel, because she wants people to want to work with her based on who she is as a person, which I don't blame her. But I guess she told Infinity that, and Infinity told like everybody, and has been trying to gun down like an Adelaide vote, which I ended up coming clean to to Lemmy about my Hidden Dagger idol at this point, because I don't know what's going to happen. I told her in front of Caleb too, so it was like I was telling Caleb for the first time too, even though he already knows.
Yo, what's up? I'm feeling pretty good now. Hopefully I'll sound good today, because it's the first merge confessional. I'm not gonna lie, I could kind of feel that merge was coming before it happened. I had a pretty good guess on why. It's a similar structure to the last season I played, so I wasn't too surprised at the merge being at 13. I'm glad basically everyone that I wanted, or actually everyone I wanted to work with, is back at merge and seems to get along. Seems like Adelaide and Infinity, the two people that I would have voted out first anyway, given the opportunity. Well, Andrew exiled himself. Both of them put a bunch of heat on themselves this round, and one of them's leaving. So I'd say that, in that regard, things couldn't work out any better, honestly. Looks like the wind's blowing Adelaide, which Adelaide and Snowy don't have votes, so Adelaide can't really save himself if we decide to shoot them here. So, yeah. Things going pretty well so far in merge. Glad to be here, and now hopefully things can start to get a little more interesting.
I told you it was a lot to unpack. Anyways, as you can probably tell from what everybody was saying, Adelaide did go here from a 10-0 vote. Unfortunately, they did not provide us with a confessional during this cycle. Just with everything going on, it did not end up happening. Due to the events that were lightly touched on during the video, and like I said, you can find more in the Discord if you are interested, and go ahead and see how we addressed it and all that good stuff. But due to the events that had happened, both Adelaide and Lemmy ended up quitting and leaving the server. So we're in the merge, 2 people left in the first cycle, and we don't have a single jury member. That's where we're sitting now, and the game will continue to unfold in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Sagevivor Season 2 Gladiators. Make sure to smash the like button to show support not only for this series, but for all the players playing as well. And consider subscribing to see more content like this, as we are gearing up for Season 3 as I'm recording this right now. Applications coming soon. So I'll give you guys more updates on that when you're able to apply, and we will go from there. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.